So we'll be a little serious for a minute. So we are hopefully recording this. What we're going to do is we're going to take the practice test, and this is with, we have Clyde at his remote location and then the rest of the gang at MCC, and we will see how it goes. So I am ready to start. We get 2 chances, and we only have 90 minutes, which is fine because we don't want to be here that long anyway. Before you start these tests, you want to make sure that you have your Google spreadsheet, up and ready, like I do here. This one, you guys that shared, I put my stuff first, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4. Now some of it we did together, like we did 2-2 together, but so you could. It's your discretion whether you use mine or whether you use yours that you built, if you like the colors better or whatever. Okay.
Now on the previous ones, we're going to have to use yours because we shared, like on previous chapters, right?
Yeah, like on this one here, yeah. Okay, so let's see. We're seeing everything. Okay, so it says, how much money should be deposited today in an account that earns 4% compounded semi-annually so that it will accumulate to $11,000 in 3 years? So the first thing you have to figure out is which section is that. 2-1 was just baby stuff. That was where we were just playing with percents and stuff. 2-2 was the taxes, and then 2-3 was the interest. So this is going to be in section 2-3. Okay. So which of these calculators should we use to answer this question?
The future value?
Yeah, the compound interest future value, right? Okay. And so what will we put in? And so I'm going to let the audience participate. So maybe we'll just start. Let's see, Gayla, are you by yourself on that side? So we'll start with Gayla, and then everybody gets a chance to answer, and you can pass to the next person if you don't want to answer. So what should go in for P?
I'm sorry, say that again.
So it'll be Gayla, Christina, and then the next row. So we're going to answer as I ask the question. Each person gets to answer.
Okay.
So you start. What should go in for P?
The principal amount, 11,000.
Okay. So 11,000.
Do I push this one or this one?
Okay. Now, Christina, what should go in for the rate?
Oh, what? That one.
Yeah. For the rate, 4%.
Good. Okay, Stephanie, number of compounding periods.
2.
Good, because it's semi-annually. That's twice a year. Very nice. I don't know. Is it? Oh, did I miss Matt?
Yes.
Oh. Matt, can you tell me the time?
3 years.
Yes, it is 3 years. So hopefully this is right. 12,387. Round up to the nearest cent. Okay, so I want to say 12,387.79. Does that feel good? Now wait, I'm feeling a little nervous about this because it says round up, and I remember y'all talking about this. So I'm actually going to increase that to 3 decimal places. I'm going to round it to 80. No, I'm going to, 79 should be fine. Rounded to the nearest cent. We should be
Yeah,
fine.
79 should be fine.
Yeah, it should be good. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out. It's not, I don't need this grade anyway. Okay. Next question. The principal P is borrowed and the loan's future value A at time T is given. Determine the loan's simple interest rate R to the nearest 1/10%. Okay. So next person after Stephanie, tell me, I have the video minimized so I can't see y'all. So just tell me, y'all, you're on your honor there. Which calculator should I use?
Come on, Brody.
Simple interest.
Okay, which simple interest? The yellow one, the purple one, or the orange one? Or the pink one?
No.
Yeah, say it.
Future, yeah, it should be the future. He said blue.
What are we looking for in this one?
Yeah,
Principal,
Future value.
P, we're looking for P.
Future value.
R, we're looking for R, the simple interest rate. Looking for R. So it'd be
We're
rate,
looking for R, so which one should we use?
rate calculator.
I like that. Is everybody okay?
Yep.
You're making us sweat.
If you look at it here, here's the thing that might help. Notice you're given P, A, and T. P is the principal, A is the future value, and T is the time and year. So the thing that's missing is the R. So that kind of helps maybe. Okay, so 5,000. The time is 5 years. The future value is $5,875. And so looks like we've got 3.5%. Everybody okay?
Sure, we can't see what you typed in though.
Why not? What happened, I wonder?
Nothing, it's just not wide enough. Like we can't see all of the orange. The rate calculator, we can't see it all.
Oh,
They have to get out of full screen. I had to do it here at the house too.
okay. So, yeah, you'll want to, can somebody go up to the computer and change it to exit full screen? Up at the top choice. Does that make sense? Are y'all better or no?
Can do that.
No, you have to open it back up. That's too small to even see anything.
It's close enough.
It's a very
Maybe fit to window, try that one. There you go. Be quiet.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we did the 3.5%, so we're set. Okay. Now I'll do the next question. Okay, this is a tax question. So is Shay ready? Because I know that you're ready, Shay, because we could
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
all day, every day. All right, so this is, I'm gonna go to my unit 2.2, and I'll just use mine, the blue one. It says, use the marginal tax rates in the table to the right to calculate the income tax owed by the following person. Single male, no dependents. So I've already got a single and no dependents in here. So, and you always want to put yourself though, like, or himself. So he's got a 1, all right? Now his gross income is 85,000. So I'm going to put that in here. Oops, oh, look what happened. This is still 1. And then I'm going to change this to, uh-oh, is somebody doing it for me? That's creepy.
I think Dave's doing it.
Yes. Okay, Shay, I'll let you do it. It's like Halloween. All right. So, are you doing it in the turquoise one?
I was, yeah.
That's fine. You can do that. That's fun.
Okay.
All right. So what else are you going to do, Shay?
Change the adjustments.
Okay.
To, and then
Standard deduction for standard, yeah, 5450.
okay, that's right.
It's not harder to see.
I can't read the deduction.
31,000, 4558, 3,000.
Yeah, 3,000.
4558.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then 3,000.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry. That was me. I turned it off. Okay, I like this. I like this sum.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
We like all these numbers, right?
Yeah.
The taxable, how do we get the taxable income?
You subtract the
You gotta be
exemptions and the higher deduction from the adjusted gross income, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So that was going to need to be fixed, right, Shay?
Yeah, because it's not the bigger number, right?
Right. So you did like an equals, and it'll have B8 minus.
So go to.
How come yours doesn't have any formulas on it?
B6 to be.
Because,
Let me.
well, like, because we can't see what she's doing.
See.
Yes.
I was letting her do it. It's kind of.
Oh.
We'll just sort of imagine what she should be doing. She should be. Now, and I'm going to move my cursor on it now, and you'll be able to see it. It's B8 minus B6 plus B5. That's good. All right, now we're going to see if Shay can figure out what the income tax will be. So let's see. Matt, can you tell me what tax bracket I'm in?
40,000.
Right, so what bracket does that put you in?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't read it.
The 25%.
Yeah.
And so what you're going to do for your income tax is you're going to do you want to, Shay, can you talk us through what you're doing?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard because I can't see the numbers up there, but.
Okay, well, I'll do it then, just because I know that you know how to do it. So I'll type it in here. Can y'all see? I'm going to do 10% at 8,025. Then I'm going to do 15% at, in this case, I'm going to have to figure out the width of that, the width of the bracket, which is the 32,550 minus the 8,025. Okay, then I'm going to get into the 25% bracket, and I'm going to multiply that by the amount of money I have beyond 32,550. So I'm going to take my taxable income, which is this what's in cell B9, and I'm going to subtract the 32,550, and then I'll close my parenthesis. So before I hit enter, is there any questions on how I did that? Or why? No? Okay.
We're good.
Good. And so I'll hit enter. So $6,579. Since he didn't have any tax credit, that's going to be how much he owes as well. So let's see if we get it right. 6,579.25. Are y'all okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, suppose that local sales tax rate is 6% and you purchase a car for $28,200. How much tax is paid? What is the car's total cost? So who's got an idea of what section this was?
That's for loans. So.
It doesn't really matter. This was actually the first section. We're not really asked about a loan here. It says, suppose that the sales tax is 6% and you purchase a car for $28,200. So how would you figure out how much tax was paid?
28,200 times
6%.
6%.
Right. So I'll make a little thing here. This will be a little bonus thing. So we have cost, purchase price, right? And then tax rate, and then tax paid, and then total paid. Okay. So our purchase price is the $28,200. The tax rate is 6%. So how would I figure out the tax paid? You already told me, right? Just multiply, right?
Not 6%.
I'm just going to take the B18 and multiply that by the rate, which is B19, and hit enter. So that's the tax paid, and then the total cost, how would I find that?
Add You need to add the purchase price and the tax paid together.
Okay, so I'm going to do equals B18 plus B20. Okay, so let's see. 1692. And the total cost is 29892. Feel okay?
Yep.
Who knows? You don't know. It's just a blue circle. All right. Now it says, find the accumulated value of an investment of $15,000 for 6 years at an interest rate of 6% if the money is compounded semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, continuously, round to the nearest cent. Okay, so that was in
2-3.
2.3, I think. Yeah, 2.3. And that's dealing with these different types of compounding. So that's this compound interest. So I'm going to pop in. I see somebody's here. Who's purple? Clyde. Do you want to do the first one since you're in the page?
I'll also for just a second. Let me get back to you. Your value is so prolific. Well, I can't read your whole screen because
Oh, you can't see the whole screen?
I can see it, but it's so far away that I can't read it.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'll do it for you. So I'm going to put what do I put in for the principal? Can anybody?
Sorry, principal.
35,000.
15,000.
15,000. All right, and then the rate here is 6%,
Yes.
and we're going to do a bunch of different things. First, we're going to do semi-annually. How often is semi-annually?
2.
Yeah, twice a year. Good. And then the time is for 6 years, so I'm going to put a 6 in for okay, and then I get rounded to the nearest cent, 21,386.41. Now the next question says, what is the accumulated value if the money is compounded quarterly? So what's going to change?
The number of compounding
2 to a
periods.
4.
Yeah, I'm going to change that to a 4. And now I have 21,442.54. Okay, and I should always double check typing in. I can see making a typo, you know. What is the accumulated value if the money is compounded monthly? So what should we do for the monthly?
12.
Change the 4 to a 12. 21,480.66. Okay, and what is the accumulated value if the money is compounded continuously? It looks like somebody may have done that for me. We have
No.
oh no. Okay, so it was 15,000. I got to change the interest rate on this one to 6%. And it's 6 years. So 21,499.94. You always make, the more times you compound per year, the more money you make, but it's not, you know, it's what, like $19. But, you know, when you have millions of dollars, you want to compound continuously because, you know, millions compounding just makes millions and millions. But when you have like 20 bucks, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So your goal should be to get millions. Okay. Dave won a photography contest and received $1,325 in a cash prize. Will he earn more interest in 1 year if he invests his winning in simple interest account that pays 4%, or in an account that pays 3.75% interest compounded monthly? How much more interest will he earn? Okay, so we've got the simple interest, which will be right here, the future value of simple interest, and then we're going to do the compound interest. So what's the principal here? Brody, can you see it?
Not
You-
good.
I think it's 1,000.
1,325.
Yeah.
It's like blurry a little bit.
Really?
Why do you think you're just making excuses for not knowing how to do it?
Yeah.
Pardon? All right, and so the rate at the simple interest is 4%. And the time is 1 year. So he makes $53 if he does it that way. Does that make sense? All right, and so now let me make sure okay, or he'll have $1,378 at the end of 1 year. Now, if we did compound interest, we'll use the same numbers, $1,325. But now it's a smaller, it's 3.75% interest. And what are we doing? We're compounding monthly, so that's going to stay the same. What's the time? Good, 1. Okay, so which one does he make more money in?
The future value.
Well, they're both say future value. The
Simple.
interest.
Yeah.
I'm going to increase the decimals on this one a couple just to make sure. All right, so it's going to be simple. And now how would you figure out how much more? Yeah. So I'm going to do equals this one minus the future value, this one, and hit enter. So $2.45 with simple interest. Okay?
No.
No?
Didn't you put that wrong?
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if this is going to is it going to know? I don't want that. Okay, is that look good? Yeah.
Yes.
The principal P is borrowed at a simple interest rate R for a period of time T. Find the simple interest owed for the use of the money. Assume 360 days a year. Da, da, da. Okay, so this is just, what do we want? Simple interest. Oh, we already did one kind of like this. Wait, yeah, simple interest. So that's actually this basic formula right here, this yellow one. So I'm going to put $220 at 3% for 2 years. And all I want is the simple interest, so just $13.20. Okay. Does that feel okay to y'all?
Where'd you get 2 years?
It's
Under.
Oh, over there. I was looking up at the top. I'm like, I'm not reading that 2 years on there. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, these problems, they kind of put all the information right here. Good question. Everybody else okay?
Yep.
All right. The table shows data about one of the fastest growing U.S. jobs by number of 2004 employees and expected employees in 2014. Find the percent increase to the nearest tenth of a percent in the number of employees in the occupations from 2004 to 2014. Okay, so that was in section 2.1. So percent increase, oh, I kind of have one, look. I already did it, I already built a little calculator, and you guys did too. So in 2004, there were 58 jobs. And in 2014, there were 145 jobs. And what the formula does is it finds the difference. So that's why it subtracts them, and then it divides by the original amount, which was the 58, so what's in D20, and then it also made it a percent. So this is a nice, pretty answer, 150. Okay. Number 9. Determine the present value P you must invest to have a future value A at simple interest rate R after time T. So that's back in section 2.3, I think. And we have to figure out what the principal needs to be. So I think that's this one. We want to find the P. Okay. What are you going to do with a time of 3 months?
3 divided by 12.
Good, yeah, because it's always in part of a year. So 3/12. The future value is 7,000. The rate is 10.5%. And so the principal that you would need to invest is 6,820.95. I'm going to add a decimal on this. Okay, it's a 0, but it does say round up to the nearest cent. I think if this had been a 1 right here, you would need to make it 96, because you want to end up with the 7,000, and if you go under, you're not gonna get that. So if you miss this one, send me an email, and I'll take pity on a few pennies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit tricky. It says round up, you just round up. Okay, next question. In order to start a small business, a student takes out a simple interest loan for $6,000 for 9 months at a rate of 8.75%. How much interest must the student pay? Okay, so that's just our baby little simple interest one, right? So I'll come in here and I'll do 6,000, and the rate is 8.75%. What do I do with 9 months?
9 divided by 12.
Yeah, so I do the equal sign first. And then that's it. $393.75.
But it wants the future value also.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I probably should have not used that one. I probably should have used this one, right?
Yeah.
The blue one. But no, I'll do the blue one now. 6,000.
Yeah, it does that if it goes, but if you click on it again, it'll show up in that one bar up there that you put the other
No,
number.
why does it do that? That's a good question. When you
What is it?
Does it give a different answer? You can move the decimal place up a place.
And then it'll
It's like when you put the percent in as 8.75, it's going to 9.
Oh, that's a point. Okay, so I'm going to go right here and I'm going to
It still
increase.
says 8.75 though, so it's still doing 8.75.
Yeah, in its brain it has it, but you can increase the number of decimals in your formatting. Oh, this one doesn't though. I need to do that. Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
I see people moving around. It's freaking me out. All right, now.
You told us to be like moving, didn't you, at the beginning of the recording?
9 divided by 12. And then, see here, this has 390. This doesn't have, I'm going to add some decimals here to that one too. And then 6. So $6,393.75. Are you okay? Yeah. I feel like Clyde, I'm going to mute you because I'm getting a little feedback. I keep hearing myself. Okay. It says the price of a condominium is $184,000. The bank requires a 5% down payment and 1 point at the time of closing. The cost of the condominium is financed with a 30-year fixed rate mortgage at 9%. Okay, so we should make Matt do this one.
You know why? She's making you do it. Oh, yeah, no good.
No good? All right, Matt. I built these beautiful calculators here in section 2.4. And we learned about, last time we learned about this really cool function on Google, but Excel spreadsheets would have them too, where it can actually compute the payment or it computes the future value when you have these, like on this one, it was the FV formula. And on this one, where we'll do the mortgage, it's going to do the payment calculator. If you look up here, it's this payment formula. So the formula is actually really scary if you had to use a basic calculator to do it, but the Google program has it already built in, this functionality built in, so it's kind of cool. All right. So the price of in this case, it's a condominium, is $184,000, so I'll change that. And they have to put 5% down. So that changed right away. It changed the down payment to $9,200. The mortgage amount then becomes the price of the home minus the down payment. So that's where the $174,800 comes from. Now, they have to pay 1 point at the time of closing. So that's 1% of the mortgage. And then on the points paid at closing, that's the percentage, that's the 1%. That's that calculation there. Now they're doing a 30-year fixed rate loan at 9%. So the 30-year is going to stay, and then the interest rate is 9 now. And this is normal that they would make, I'm guessing, monthly payments. Okay, so let's see if we can answer some of this stuff. Find the required down payment. That was done for us here, $9,200. The amount of the mortgage is the price of the home minus the down payment. So that's that $174,800. Now, it says how much must be paid for the 1 point at closing. So that's where we did 1% of the $174,000. So that was the $1,748. The monthly payment rounded to the nearest dollar. So right here, there's the payment formula. Wait a second.
Yeah, that's the one that we have to change ourselves.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. So the payment rounded to the nearest dollar. Is this the one? This is one where it's going to be, we're wondering, do we round up to the nearest dollar or do we just round it to the nearest dollar?
Yeah, you round. They'll
I guess
never want you to pay less, so you round it up.
I feel like you round up too, but it doesn't tell you to.
like she said, they don't want you to pay the 48 cents less every single month, so you would round up.
All right, we'll try it. Have y'all done this homework? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I had to change it myself. That's the one I had to do in math lab.
Oh, it says, there is a little, oh, who is this? Did somebody just write that? Oh, Gayla just wrote that?
Yes, is that okay?
Yeah, but it's creeping me out. All right, so Gayla decided to do her own thing there. So, all right, I guess that's right. We'll see. It doesn't really matter because I don't care. I think I have an A in here. All right, find the total cost of the interest over 30 years. So total cost of interest is going to be, so the total paid is going to take that, a B24, and multiply it by B22 times B20, and then the total interest paid will be the difference between what you mortgaged and what you actually paid, the 506. So that's the 331. So 331,720. So that'll be interesting to see how we did on that one, but I think Gayla feels pretty good about that one. So. Okay, we should trust her. She's the realtor. All right, number 12. It says, this is like an annuity, right? We're going to put $70 at the end of every 3 months, 4% compounded quarterly. We want to know how much we'll have to find the future value in 35 years. So this is the future value of an annuity. Coming up here, we're going to make 70 is the payment. And we have an interest rate of 4%. How many times are we going to do it if we put it in every 3 months? How many times per year?
4.
Good. The time in years is 35 years. You assume that you started with no money and you're going to put it at the end of every 3 months. So these numbers stay the same. So the future value is the 21,189.69. So it says do not round until the final, then round to the nearest dollar. Okay, so we'll round to the nearest dollar, which is going to be 21,000.
Is that an 89?
Yeah, this is going to give us a little trouble. I see what y'all are saying here. Okay, so 21,190 would be rounded to the nearest dollar, right?
Yes.
Okay, now the interest, it says use the answer from part A to find this answer, round to the nearest dollar. So see, I I really need to add a cell in here where it's rounded to the nearest dollar, right?
No, because it should just be 90, just like the answer above. It should be 11,390.
Well, because it says use your answer from part A to find this answer, and this answer is calculated using the rounded number, so I'm a little bit nervous about this. So I'm going to say that this is I'm going to say payment rounded, wait a second. What am I doing? Yeah, I guess it will be okay because the future value. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be okay because you just round this one because this is rounded. It'll be fine.
Yeah, if you're rounding the future value, just remember that you have to round the interest. It's at the same because the total deposited is zeros at the end.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Okay, so this will be 11,390. Okay, good. Maybe. All right, next question. In addition to income tax, we are required to pay the federal government FICA taxes that are used for Social Security and Medicare benefits. For people who are not self-employed, the 2008 FICA taxes were as followed. 7.65% on the first 102,000 from wages and tips, and then 1.45% on income in excess of 102,000. People who are self-employed pay double the rates shown above. Taxpayers are not permitted to subtract adjustments, exemptions, or deductions when determining FICA tax. If you are not self-employed and you earn 116,000, what are your FICA taxes? So if you want, you can put this in 2-2, but I mean, you kind of just do it anywhere. Maybe we'll make a little thing here. So we'll do, let's say we'll say tax up to, so I'll say tax rate up to 102,000. And then I'll do tax rate over, tax rat. Okay, over
That's about right.
102,000.
They are rats.
I know.
Right. And then we'll say, what else do we need? We need our earnings. This one's kind of easier just to do. I mean, I feel like I don't know that I really need to. I mean, I'm not going to do this. I mean, I'm going to let y'all, we can do this just without having to build a calculator. So let's just think about it. You're going to do an equal sign, and you have 102,000 that's taxed at 7.65%. So 7.65 and the percent sign, and then times. In this case, this individual made $116,000. So they're going to have the complete 102,000 taxed at 7.65%. And then they're going to get to add 1.45% for the amount beyond 102,000, which in this case is $14,000 because they made 116,000. Is that okay? Do y'all feel okay with that? I just think that's easier than going through and building a calculator. Are y'all okay? Yeah, no question. All right. So 8, and then it says round to 2 decimal places. So let me increase it, but it's a nice one. 8,006. Okay. Next question. This is the last question. This looks like it's we want to know what we should deposit at the end of each month. If we have 3.5% compounded monthly, 16 years is how long we can do it. And our goal is 290,000. So that's in, I think it's in 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and this would be the payment calculator for savings. So we have 3.5%. And we are going to do it monthly, so we'll change the number of compounding periods to 12. Number of years that we will do it is 16. We don't have any money right now to start with, but we want to end up with $290,000. And so that means we will have to make a payment of $1,129, round up to the nearest dollar. So 1129. And then to figure out what percent of the 290,000 or what amount of the 290 comes from your deposits and what comes from your interest. So here's my number rounded up, the 1,129. If I multiply that number by the time in years and number of compounding periods per year, that's where the 12 and the 16 comes from. So that means it's 216,768. And then, so comes from your deposits. That's how much you put in yourself. And then how much is interest? 73,232. Okay. Are we ready? I do want to say something about, because I don't know that we've been philosophical at all, because we've been just completely freaking out about the calculators, you know, but these are kind of powerful if you think about it. Like right now, do we think about how much we should be saving? Or even right now, I'm thinking, gosh, you know, I think I pay almost, for the whole family, almost $200 a month in cell phone bill. And and we've had cell phones forever, you know, so over the course of my lifetime, you know, what would have happened if I had put that money into a savings account? How much money would I have? If I could think I could get maybe 4 or 5%, or, you know, if I had invested it. So it's just kind of, it could really, if you play with this a little bit, you can think about how we should be very careful with our monthly payments, and we should make monthly payments to ourselves instead of, in addition to, I mean, obviously we want to have a cell phone, but, you know, think about making a monthly payment to yourself, because this person, you know, for 16 years, now this is a lot of, I think it's a lot of money to me for you to find $1,129 every month to invest, but you would have $290,000 at the end of 16 years, and 73,000 of it would have come from just interest. So that's pretty substantial. So remember to pay yourself when you get that big job, or even before. Okay, so I'm going to submit. What do y'all think?
100.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I think.
All right. She's positive.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You missed 2 of them.
Oh.
An 85, man. All right.
See, that's my luck.
I said not to cuss, and I was the one that cussed. Well, is anyone going to be listening to this video after this? Probably not. What happened? Oh, wow. I really missed this one.
Wow. See what happened?
How much money should you deposit in an account today that earns 4% compounded semi-annually so that it will accumulate to $11,000 in 3 years? I don't think I read this one right at all.
I could have sworn it was a different one.
Fortunately, we have this recorded, so we could look back at it. Wow, how cool to like miss the first one. People, I don't even know if I can post the recording now. All right. Let's see if we can do this again. How much money should be deposited in an account after that earns 4% compounded semi-annually we want to end up with? So this is what we want to end up with.
3, correct?
Yeah, I think it's 2, 3. And this should be the, present value calculator. I don't know why we missed this one, because we want to know how much we should. So I should have put, we want to end up with 11,000. I guess we can look at the video to see what we did wrong. And then compounded semi-annually 4%. So 4 semi-annually, 3 years. Well, that's what I got, 9,007.
That's what they got.
Yeah, I know. What do you think we did? I don't know.
I think we did it in a different one.
Interest value.
Yeah, I think we did
Interest.
future value calculator.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, we'll have to look back. You be careful. Let's see.
How did y'all?
The nearest dollar. I missed it because I didn't round to the nearest dollar. And all of y'all saw that.
So it was so you have to go down to $2.
Yeah. Well, round
Yeah,
it to the
'cause-
nearest dollar. Man, I missed it. Oh, well. That's good to know. Don't miss that one. All the others we did right, though, I guess. Okay. Do y'all feel, are you empowered?
Yeah, that's great. No.
Wow, my teacher made an 85. All right. I will, let me see here. I think I can,